What is going on, everyone? It's Fred. My bad. What's going on, everyone? Goddrifter here, and welcome back to another Forza 5 live stream. But this is not. There's no ordinary live stream. This is actually a year in review of 2025, actually. So we are at least 11 days to 2026. And literally 5 days for me to run out of PlayStation Plus. So for the most part, it was, how do I say this? It was interesting for the most part. Not interesting in a, oh, it actually had some cool things this year. I mean, it did, but oh my goodness, I'm not gonna lie. 2025 was all over the place. Ranging from, what's that called? Ranging from full-on dramas to, what's that called? To, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. 2025 was all over the place. In terms of games-wise, it wasn't that bad. Although, wait, no, it wasn't as bad as 2024, but dear Lord, 2025, I'm not gonna lie, I'm going to predict, that, what's that called? That we might get, a lot more than we bargained for, next year, because apparently when it comes to anything that has the number 6 at the end, it normally ended up with really good / really underrated games. Just look at Need to Be Carbon and not Forza, oh my goodness. MX was ATV Untamed. Literally, those were like great games, but at the same time, my goodness, it was awkward for the most part. So in terms of what I can see, get myself getting for the most part, obviously. WWE 2K26 is going to be in the works. Forza Horizon 6 is going to be one of those games where it's like, okay, it comes out Xbox first, and then us PlayStation players will get it like through the second quarter. That's basically what it is. So I may have a feeling that we are going to, that, and it's like, what in the world? Like, man, and it's like, yeah, Forza ended up being extremely rich because of the PlayStation players. They're like, oh my god, we got Forza, finally we got our first Forza game, and actually we haven't gotten it since the game came out. Like, what the heck? This makes no sense. So yeah, it was one of those things where it's like, okay, what in the heck's going on? Why in the world are people complaining we haven't gotten the PlayStation version of Forza? It's like, because we didn't think about this, man. It's like, oh my god, okay. I'm trying to look for a vehicle I can use. Why not? We're going with the SC2 Cobra R. Alright. Hmm. Alright, now what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I need to do the what's that called? Need to scratch that drifting itch for the most part. Oh, well, you know, oh snap, okay. Ladies, joined in. Come on in.
Round one is a go! Bank that
Alright, there you
skill!
go. My goodness. Alright.
Round one complete! Get to round two! It's the only run you'll enjoy! It's Strip Run!
Now, what was I? Oh yeah, so racing game wise, easily Forza Horizon 6, easy Tokyo Stream Racer, and then at some point Car X Street. Are gonna be on there. I think in terms of other games, Neo 3, Code Vein 2, like I said, WWE 2K26. I don't plan on getting another Call of Duty game because, not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie, the game legit bombed, unfortunately, because Black Ops 7 decided to go to the Resident Evil guy, and they're like, hey, we want to make our game have health bars and have bosses, and you know. And like, keep in mind, I originally played COD. Like, I kid you not. I was a zombies type of guy. I was like, okay, we got. Like, man, I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of miss the meaning of zombies when it comes to the games, like games back to like for example, World at War, Black Ops 2. Those three were great. Black Ops 3 was also great. Black Ops 4, it was, I'm not gonna lie, it was abysmal because they took out the, what's that called? They took out the perk system, which I don't know why they did that in the first place. Black Ops Cold War, Black Ops Cold War is actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. And then there's Call of Duty, what's that called? Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which I tried. It actually is pretty good. I ain't gonna hold you. It was pretty good. It gave me a challenge. Haven't tried Black Ops 7's Zombies because I refuse to download the Call of Duty main hub because that's all Warzone stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, I know what they have in the first place. If we can actually, you know, download a trial like a regular game would, like, sheesh. My goodness. This Mustang is caked in sand, man. Mm. $192 grand. That's not gonna lie. That's actually is a lot better than I did last time. Like, what in the world? Anyway. So in terms of the extra channel, yes, it will be made soon. I just need to figure out how I'm gonna do this, because I'm basically doing all this by myself, so there's that for the most part.
Round 3 complete. Congratulations! You win!
Alright then. Let's see if I can... Wait a doggone minute. Need to find another drift, drift one, which is right here. Yep.
The next Horizon Arcade event will begin any minute now. Enjoy.
At least the car got washed. That's one thing for sure. Now, in terms of what will be the first thing I buy a pre-order, it would definitely be Tokyo Extreme Racer for PlayStation 5. Now, keep in mind, I actually did want to buy Soul Calibur 3 on the PS5 because I had the original copy. As a fact, I have 2 copies. One was from one's from GameStop. The other one's from my local game store called The Gameplay at East Warlow. East Warlow is right near Pavilions, and it was like, okay, that's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. That's how I got the majority of my PS2 games from. Not gonna lie, I actually wanted to go there again because, long story short, they actually have probably a really good thing of PlayStation 2 games. I need to find if they actually have another copy of Tokyo Extreme 3, because the one copy I have has well, long story short, I paid, I think, $19 for 3 games. Not 19, but I think like 10 or $11 for 3 games. 2 of the games kind of worked. The gameplay was alright, but the cutscenes were extremely like buggy. So there's that for the most part, and another one was the fact that effectively and literally it was, I ain't gonna hold you, it was probably, it wasn't even on my nerves, that's one thing for sure, but it was actually one of those
Horizon Arcade
glitches where they have, well, it's the fact that effectively and literally the game itself disabled the controller, and the game literally like bugs out. I was like, okay. So, long story short, I can't do Jack Dilly Squad. So there's that for the most part. But then again, I do have 3 games on the GameStop shopping cart. So I probably would literally like, I'm like, man, I'm not gonna lie, I would like to have those delivered, but at the same time, But at the same time, I don't feel like giving them my address, so there's for the most part. Yeah, it's actually one of those things where it's like, okay, we have, and actually, no, funny enough, I went to book. Actually, I remember going to book off, and I was literally shopping for like. I was hanging out with my best friend since elementary, and I was like, you know what? We're in book off. I might as well just buy stuff. I might as well just buy a game from there, and said game was 007 Everything or Nothing on the PlayStation 2. And the crazy part is I got that game for $3. It was in good condition too. And I was like, I can finally beat the game that legit refuses to play cutscenes. But then again, I'm hoping that Book Off also has like that the other games actually, not gonna lie, wanted to play it for quite some time. Because obviously I have both Underground and Underground 2, beat them both. And funny enough, I've beaten both Wanted before I've beaten Underground and Underground 2. So a bit more of context. I've beaten these people's Wanted when I was at least 9 to 10. At least 9 to 10 or 11. Possibly 10. I didn't beat Underground 2 until I was in my early 20s. I kid you not. Bought Underground, and then I bought both Underground and Underground 2. I've beaten Underground, funny enough, with a 240SX, not a Skyline, not an RX-7, not a Supra, not even a oh my goodness. Not even a star car. Not even one of the star cars. No, I beat it with a 240SX. And then in terms of Underground 2, I beat the game with an RX-7. I ain't gonna hold you. I beat the game with an RX-7. And I was like, okay, that was pretty chill to say the least. Well, yeah. In terms of so this is actually going to be a segment called "Which Company Had Legit Failed the Most?" Well, there's your usual EAs, your usual Bethesda's, there's also their Blizzards. But I think the company that legit failed the most is I'm not gonna hold you, it's definitely Roblox for many reasons. Now you guys are probably wondering, like, wait, Roblox? Yes, that Roblox, the same Roblox that from everyone's childhood, which thankfully I didn't get because, well, long story short, it was, I'm not gonna lie, the hardware for my phone did not want to, doesn't play Roblox. I was like, okay, we're Gucci on that one. And then I was like, man, you know what, let me try this. And I'm like, okay, this is for like people getting their games started, but at the same time, oh boy. The CEOs of Roblox literally did absolutely nothing about the allegations that they were accused of. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's a fail on that one. And then there's Rockstar. Oh Lord, Rockstar. Mr. Delay GTA 6 twice Rockstar. How in the world are we going to be able to be over here and be like, okay, you guys can wait. You guys can wait a few more months, right? It's like we've been waiting since 2025, and then oh yeah, here's another date. Boom, May 2026. I was like, okay, we can wait an extra 10 months. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And then it got delayed again to November. And then at this point, a lot of us were like, man, just keep the game. We were waiting patiently. And it's like, oh, we want to avoid a Cyberpunk 2077. It's like, it's been how many years since Cyberpunk came out? It came out in 2020. It got delisted in It got delisted in the same year, and then it got re-released in 2022. But it was recommended to play it out on a PlayStation 4 Pro or on PlayStation 5, and the game was fixed since then. Like, I kid you not. So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's basically one of those moments where it's like, okay, if we were getting GTA 6 and GTA 5s, and I'm not gonna lie, I was talking to my cousin about this, and it's like, oh yeah, they'll all be with this, like, it was like, okay, this is probably the last, what's that called? It'll be the last, Christmas in GTA 5, and I've said, we said this multiple times. it don't matter if it's like, it was like, man, and I'm not gonna lie, I was like, man, I'm not gonna hold you, we should have been gun the, what's that called? The Magic's update since like 2022 or 20. He said 2020. He said 2020. I said, man, we should have gotten them in 2022. Because I'm not gonna lie, the mercenary updates was complete garbage. I'm not gonna hold you, but at the same time, we got in the 2-in-1 special. We got a Michael update and a Mansions update. I was like, okay, that's cool. But at the same time, they give us the ability to buy the extra, not extra loot. Basically, long story short, they give us a very good reason to actually, what's that called? They give us the reason to actually get these mansions. So it's like, okay, it's not that bad, not bad at all. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's probably the biggest bro moment of all time. My goodness. Alright. Where is... Have I done the CCA list yet? Alright, I did, okay. Oh gee, I wonder why. Anyway, This is actually a good question. What the heck do I want to invest in? Because I'm like, okay, let me invest in the season assists for the most part. Let's see. Okay, so I rarely I don't talk about EA as much because obviously they're responsible for Need for Speed. Um, but them being bought by Saudi Arabia for 55 mil, that, not gonna lie, that is a lot of money for a millionaire, for not millionaire, for a company like EA. But then again, EA's been around since the 90s, to say the least. So I guess it's a good herring because right off the bat we might get another Need for Speed. At the same time, we're probably getting another what's that called? Man, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. It's just it is what it is. That's all I gotta say for games wise. Now car wise, I didn't see anything interesting this year. Like I seen more common, not more common supercars. I've seen a lot of supercars this year. Particularly like right around the end of, not around the end, but more likely the tail end of, not tail end, but the fall of like the fall of this year, as well as the All right, let's see what this person give me.
Generous. Well, just the spirit of Horizon, isn't it? Shall we send a thank you?
Another focus. Well then, at least it's not the 2016 RS, because I have like these 2 or 3 of those already. But the craziest gift I ever gotten in this game was literally the freaking Raptor R from 2023. I'm all like, they got me a Raptor, specifically a Raptor R, which I don't mind. It's literally one of the newer vehicles. The heck is that? Anyway. But yeah, my favorite thing about looking forward to next year, because like I said, a new channel is gonna be made. I already have the sign up sheet for sign up sheet for WCRC. So that will probably be the only thing that's gonna be something to be looking forward to. So like I said, there will be a channel being made. Well, long story short, I will be tying that with this channel to be more specific. That way you guys can actually like guys can actually be able to get in for the first ever episode, aka the first my first pay-per-view is gonna be Patient Zero, which is based off of day one of Raw for the most part. So without any further ado, for the rest of the year, I will be live streaming either Forza or GTA. Then I will be, and then literally around the once I got done live streaming, I'll probably be making the arenas with as much creativity as possible, but at the same time, then again, I'll probably be like, okay, let me see if I can do all this and basically link the Twitch channel with the wrestling channel. That way it'll be a lot more not more effective per se. It's more like one of the game is like, okay, here you go. Here is like here is the game's arena for the most part. But this year wasn't that bad. In terms of, okay, so this is actually the one subject I was dreading talking about. Freaking Gran Turismo, man. Like of all the games that you guys love to watch the most in my channel is definitely Gran Turismo. And and you're probably thinking, wait, why are you dreading of talking about Gran Turismo? Because Gran Turismo has one of those years where you were wondering what in the world they doing moments. Like, I kid you not, over here, hoping that probably will get like some really good cars, like an M5, specifically the M5 2010 or 2008, probably a M6 E60. I think it's like E62 or E63. BMW M5s. Then there's, or we might get like a big Grand National, Infiniti RX-7. Or heck, even the '09 Nissan GTR, which I wouldn't mind as well. But instead of getting all those, we were given I think most of the cars we were getting were European, which apparently is like has a big Japanese fan base. I'm like, dear Lord, okay, I get it. It's a Japanese game, and the Japanese love them Euros. But at the same time, man, like, come on, we wanted something else. Oh man.
Get ready for Horizon Arcade. Go! Round 1 started. It's Drift Run. Keep drifting and don't stop.
Don't stop drifting. Oh my god. Anyway. In terms of what's that called? In terms of why, I'm not gonna lie, this is probably what's that called? I'm not gonna lie, I do believe that this was not their best year for Polyphony, because we were given, like, okay, we got some cool cars. I ain't gonna hold you. We got some great cars. But at the same time, we got the very weird and wacky and possibly this was the first time we got joke cars of all things. Like for example, we got in the first month we got in the CHR, which is a Toyota. Let's say we were given traffic cars for the most part. Instead of traffic cars that don't have that much to upgrade with, which is like, okay, what's the point of adding this car if it's not upgradable? But I think the best updates we've gotten was, I'm not gonna lie, it was definitely it's definitely the December update, and I gotta say it's the July update, because not July, the May update, because we were given the C5, we were given a carry, and we were given my goodness. So C5.
Round 2 complete. Get to round 3. Hit that
Shoot, I forgot what the
zone.
other two cars were, because I know that one was a Suzuki, one was a C5. Oh, oh my goodness. How did I forgot about this? The Mazda Spirit Roadster and the oh my god, what was the other vehicle? I might need to probably need to check something real quick, because you know it's bad if like only one of those if one of the worst updates was I think it was the March or May update, because wait I think the Corvette and the, oh my goodness, I probably need to wait, my phone is nearby, hold on, let me get to this freaking drift zone real quick.
400 yards, turn right. Recalculating route.
Oh my god, it's so far. Alright. Alright. 116 miles per hour? Okay. Alright. But yeah, once I got done with this Horizon Arcade, I am going to look up the updates here I've gotten this year, because I'm not gonna lie, the majority of these were filled with, let's see, each update had at least one or two joke cars, to say the least. Even though half of these are basically not jokes at all. Alright. Ooh, very close. Okay. see, come on. Come on.
Round 3
And
complete.
there we go.
Congratulations.
Alright. Time me to pause this. And how much do I need in order to get another backstage pass? Okay, so I need 410 more. My goodness. Get ready then. Alright, going to 07. Alright, so alright. Alright, give me a moment. Let's see. Okay, that was 2024. I think I went too far. My goodness. Wait, what? Oh, it should have been like updates. There we go. Alright, so let's start with the first. Let's start with the first one. Gran Turismo F3500-A, which is a F1 car. Honda Civic IEF, which is a hatchback, which is probably everyone's favorite car. Ioniq 5N, which is a really fast electric hatchback, and then finally a Toyota CHR-S from 2018. Not gonna lie, that was probably everyone's least favorite vehicle to ever be added to the game because of, well, you can't really do anything to it other than customize it and just like collect dust for a few days. Not like a few days, for like months for the most part. February. So February is the one that we gotten a Z4, which is not a bad vehicle to say the least. It's a really it does have some stance tuning. That's one thing for sure. The Mercedes-Benz Unimog 4 Type 411, 1962, which I'm not gonna lie, still should have gotten an engine swap at some point. And the Peugeot 205. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually one of the better cars to be added, to say the least. But like I said, like you will see a pattern of like, okay, there's like a junk car or European car somewhere. January, no. February, yes, all three. March, March was the one that gave us the Vantage, which is probably my favorite car in the entire the updates. The CX-30X Smart Edition, which ironically enough was it was alright. And then the Kangoo, which is I bought two of them, one to build a Virgin Mobile car and a FedEx car. That's one thing for sure. Going to March, April. Well, okay, so this is the main update. So Corvette Z6, Corvette Z06 Z5 for a Total Superfast, Honda CRV EHEV EX Black Edition, and the Suzuki Carry. So literally, it's so I'm pretty sure that's like our only American car to ever been added in the what's it called? That have been added in this year. Okay, and then I think this is the June update. June, this is probably my least favorite update because there are 3 cars in this update. One of them is the one that's been asked for. No one didn't ask for the Peugeot SUV 2008 Allure or a Citroen BX19 TRS 87. Obviously, Delta on the other hand is very recognizable, to say the least. So July was probably the most expensive update because of one car. Everything else was like, okay, we can actually get those for like cheap, but one of these cars was extremely expensive. So what the cars are: the Honda N1 RS22, the Nismo R34 GTR Z2 from 2005, and the Nissan Qashqai, Tecna 192, the 2WD powered 22, and that's about it. Literally just those 3 cars. Okay, no, never mind. Okay, so by one car I meant one brand, which is Chevrolet. I feel like one, which, not gonna lie, N1 was extremely disappointed about this car because we already have the Avila concept. Why would they add another thing of the same vehicle? And then there's the 2 Chevrolet Corvette CX vehicles. They're VGTs. We got the CX concept, which is fully electric, and then you have the racing version, which is basically it legit has a motor. That's what it is. And then you have the Renault Aventador, which is probably everyone's most favorite car, to say the least. Check September. Okay, so September was the one to give us 5 cars. For the Hyundai Elantra N23, the Mazda Spirit Racing Roadster R25, the Opel Corsa GSE Vision Gran Turismo, which is another VGT, Toyota Land Cruiser FJ40V 74, which, if you guys do not know, you can actually swap the Rampage motor into. And lastly, you can actually buy a Toyota RAV4 Adventure, which, funny enough, you can actually make it to a full-on taxi. That's about it. And then our final update is Spec 3. So thus, the 296 GT3, 296 GTB, the Fiat Panda, the Gran Turismo F3500B, Bynes BNR34 GTR N1 base, Mitsubishi FTO GP version R, Polestar 5 Performance, and the Renault Express F1. And they also added 2 new tracks, the Yas Marina Circuit and the Circus Gile Villeneuve. Yeah, that's basically what it says. Anyway, I'm not gonna lie, this along with the, I think it's the May update. Hold on a second. This along the December update and the May update has probably been the best update so far. Third place, I probably would say, is the August update. Wait, no, not August. My bad. It's the which one has? Okay, hold on a second. So, first place is time between the May update and the Spec 3 update. Second place being The second place being the what's that called? Second place being the September update, and then third place I would have to say is the N1 art is the Nismo R34 update. Literally just those 4 updates out of the 12, which will tell you the fact that literally those could have been good updates if they were giving us the cars that we wanted, not just, oh yeah, here's a quirky vehicle that no one knows that existed. Oh man, okay. But hopefully next year we might get better vehicles. But then again, I ain't gonna press on that one. Great, we're going with this. Alright, let's see if there's, okay, that's the air event. This is a drift event, alright. But then again, excuse me. So yeah, for the most part, there might be a chance that so for those actually wanting to actually stick around with the channel, I will keep you guys updated about the new wrestling channel I actually wanted to do for quite a while. Ever since I started my own e-fed, didn't work out as well as I wanted to, because obviously I had to make new costumes, and not gonna lie, could have been like, okay, let me see, I can do the sign-in sheet for the most part, but hey, it is what it is. Righty then. My goodness. Alright, so I think with that out of the way, like I said, car wise was, I don't think I've seen anything new. Parts wise, crap ton of aftermarket support. Games wise, I talked about that, and then channel wise, I think we're coming up on, let's see, I created my channel in 2017, so we're approaching 10 years. Yeah, I've been doing this since 10 years. And although even though I'm a very small channel, sitting at 555 subs, I want to thank you all for being there with me, to say the least. I know everyone has lives outside of gaming, and outside of and not to mention outside of being basically being a really cool person to show up when it's like, even though I was having a bad day, or me doing anything that was like, okay, that's cool, I still believe that next year we'll probably bring in new challenges. I ain't gonna hold you. We're going to be strong a little bit, but God always has a way. And without any further ado, hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see next. If you're on mobile, make sure you hit that hype button on where the channel is. Speaking of the channel, you comment down below what you want to see next. Also, let me know what you thought of 2025. And keep in mind, this is the year I graduated with a certificate of completion on auto body and automotive. And I think lastly, it's also the year that I ended up getting both 2K25 and Forza Horizon 5 on the PlayStation 5. And that game actually had my favorite muscle car, which is the 1964 Chevrolet Impala, two-door Super Sport 409. And I just love the car in every single way. But yeah, with that out of the way, this is Goddrifter signing off, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.